Okay. Oh. And in 5.
Oh, wait. No, hang on, though. Don't you have to do, the quiet time?
No, that's after we do the intro.
Oh, I'm sorry for that.
It's okay. And in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Hi. Welcome back. I'm Summer.
And I'm Kate.
It's been a minute.
It's been lots of minutes.
Well, let's start off with a fun fact. So, this was a little article on the New York Times, and it says, "Have you seen this trophy?" And I'm not a sports fan. I don't know what's going on. One time I went to a basketball game, and I got confused because they switched sides, and I was like, "We scored!" And then the person was like, "No, they didn't." And I was confused. But
okay.
That's how little I know about sports. But this is really cool. It's called the Brunswick Balk Colander Cup, and it was given to the first pro football champions, but it's been missing since 1920. Mm-hmm. No one knows where it is. So it's like a 100-year-old trophy, super cool, made of sterling silver, and it's one of the greatest pieces of American sports memorabilia because it was the first pro football champions ever. And ever since it was given over to the winners, it's never been seen since. And
who won it?
It was the where did it go? I never heard Akron Pros.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Yeah, I don't either. Maybe they're not even a team anymore.
Yeah, maybe they took it because I don't know. Have you ever? I feel like haven't famous paintings been stolen before? Hasn't the Mona Lisa been stolen?
I read
other things like that.
Yeah, I heard a really good podcast. Was it the Mona Lisa?
It was something big.
Yeah, and it
right?
was and it was hidden underneath. It had to do with it was in the Louvre, but this guy wanted to take the art back to Italy. Because it was a period of really intense nationalism, and so he somehow got it, and then it was just stored you know how you have drawers underneath your stove? Mm-hmm. It was stored underneath that drawer, underneath someone's stove in their apartment for
a famous painting.
Yeah, it might have been the Mona Lisa.
No, because I don't know. Wow, we're just spin facts that make no sense. But I think all those stories are interesting because I know it's happened before. Famous paintings have been found somewhere, not recently, but definitely in the 1800s or 1900s. The theft. Okay, so Summer is looking up. It's the theft that made the Mona Lisa a masterpiece. I knew it was stolen.
This is it.
It was in the stove?
It was in the in the
way.
Louvre. It was taken by 3 Italian handymen. Oh my god, I haven't listened to that podcast, and it had to have been over 8 months.
Oh
wow.
Man. So I said the Mona Lisa, and you said the stove, and we came up, okay, guys. So you have to totally believe everything we say from here on out, because we got it right. So that is true. I think that's so crazy. Is that why it's so, ratchet looking? Because it was, in a stove?
I don't know, I think it's just ratchet.
Because it's old?
So an art history major is going to come for us.
Alright, well, whatever. We'll just roll the intro.
Honestly, hang on. Before we roll the intro,
no.
I don't think the Mona Lisa's... obviously it's a really good painting, but I don't think it's that great. And I don't understand all the hype.
I mean, it's cool. It's cool because her eyes follow you.
Yeah, I guess that part is cool, but the rest of the painting is just kind of
Yeah, I mean, it was good. But I understand what you mean. There's lots of paintings that look just like it.
Yeah.
And if you take away the fact that it's the Mona Lisa and then it's been ingrained in our minds, it doesn't really differ. Again, our history majors coming for us. They're probably gonna roll up in our Twitter comments. Also, guys, we have our Twitter now, so make sure to tweet us.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mona Lisa, man. Can we roll the intro now?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, welcome back to Tell Me More, the podcast with Kate
and Summer.
This is our, I guess, 8th episode, maybe, now.
We can't count.
We can't count. We are running behind. We haven't seen each other for a while over break. We saw each other last week, right?
Yeah.
But other than that, we kind of had that 6-week break of not a lot of podcasting time. So sorry guys if you're really upset about not having.
Who is upset?
I don't know. The wild thing is we do have like a struggle of listeners every day, or I guess every week. We have, you know, even though we're not posting, we still have people listen. And I don't know how that's possible. And so I just want to thank all of our listeners out there.
Yeah. It's really surprising.
How did we reach 200?
Yeah, I think we did. Yeah,
but
that boggles my mind because I don't have 200 friends.
I know. So we're definitely doing good.
I don't know.
Imagine us reaching 1,000. I think we can do it.
I am the Taylor Swift surprised face.
That's true. Oh. We're her at the award show. Confused again, Summer. I think we're gonna make it big. I'm having a good feeling about this. It's gonna be good. Sadly, we don't have any special guests today.
Yeah,
but
it's just the two of us.
Yeah, we're back to the OG, and it's gonna be really good.
Yeah, okay. Actually, though, I'm really, really excited about our content for the day.
Me too.
Should we jump right in?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, what are we talking about today, Summer?
We're going to talk about the history of auto-tune.
Okay, we love that.
Okay, so it all goes back to this guy. His name is Dr. Andy Hildebrand, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And so you're thinking, what does this Andy Hildebrand guy do? Well, he was a mathematician, which we love STEM, go him, and he analyzed seismology data to help ExxonMobil find oil drilling sites out in the ocean. So we're not going to touch on that. But he really loved music. That was like his big passion in life. And then even when he was in college, he taught flute lessons to other people in order to help pay for his college. Like, he was that into it. And then in 1989, which we talked about is really cool because that's Taylor Swift's album, the year Taylor Swift was born, he developed auto-tune. And then he founded the... I don't know if this is pronounced 100% correctly, but it's the Antares Audio Technology Company, and they're the ones who basically were developing the technology for autotune. And like when they developed it, he wasn't even entirely sure like the gigantic role that autotune would play, because essentially it came up as like a joke one time. He was talking with a singer, and she was like, "Ha ha ha! It'd be really great if you could make some technology that made me sing better." And he was like, And then he did. And so basically it's the same or similar math and algorithms and technology to the kind of stuff that he used when he was doing the seismology data. So I thought that was really cool. And then, sorry, I've been talking a long time.
No.
This is really fun. And so then, what's considered the most well-known start, which is a year after this technology was out on the market, and there had been like little tiny, very light, understated uses of autotune. And then Cher came in with Believe and just blew it out of the water and started using autotune as how we see it in the modern age. So go Cher.
Yeah, we listened to it before the podcast, and it was the beginning, verse 1, there was a lot of autotune. I was kind of shook. But the chorus is good. I really like that. But you can definitely... I think people... Well, hold on. So the stat that it was is like 99% of music today uses autotune, right?
Yes, it is estimated that 99% uses autotune.
And I thought that was interesting because a lot of people think autotune is like the typical... almost robotic type, where there's basically the voice is kind of being overridden. I don't know.
I think it's overshadowed.
Overshadowed by...
First time's the charm.
Exactly, by that layer of like almost roboticness. But then we were looking at all the other things that autotune has now morphed into, which I think is interesting. That there's... I mean, it's basically now just used to smooth out the transitions between pitches and vocals to have kind of a nice layer of, like clean cut.
Yeah. A warmth to vocals.
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of.
And I also liked how it talked about how it adds more, so it allows people to have more of an emotional attachment to the song because their brain isn't thinking about the fact that there might be something out of pitch.
Yes, yeah.
And I thought that was so good because, and I don't know if this is right, again, I'm just spitballing here, but whenever I listen to music pre-90s, I kind of low-key hate it. And it sounds bad, but to me it always sounds so different compared to the music we hear now. Yeah. And I really think it is because of the autotune. To me, it just doesn't sound right. Like, it like, kind of hurts my head to listen to it, but I get it because there wasn't that pitch corrector. It was literally like, if there was a mistake in the song or in the voice, and they didn't catch it, then that's what was recorded. Like, that's just how it was.
Yeah, and then just less refined technology.
Exactly. And so it's not that I don't like the sounds, it's that my brain, I think we're so used to hearing things auto-tuned and sounding perfect that when we listen back to music predating that it kind of doesn't sound good to our ears. At least that's for me. This could all be wrong, again. But thinking back to our Mona Lisa
moment,
our minds are kind of powerful. So I'm going to say I'm right.
That's what you call confidence.
Exactly.
Yeah. But I just thought that was so cool. I mean, when you think about, like, all these people that are using autotune, like Queen, the Beach Boys, people like Charlie XCX.
Charlie, baby.
It's Charlie, baby.
Uh-huh.
Cher, like, none of these people are in the same genres, and they're, Beyonce and Jay-Z are using it. None of these people are in the same genres.
Exactly.
And, you remember in the article it also said that Jay-Z said that the death of autotune was coming, and now it's here to stay.
Yeah, it's forever ingrained in technology and music tech. Yeah.
Yeah. But while we're talking about music, should we talk about Lorde and the Grammys?
Yes. Queen. So
love her.
Yes. So as you guys know, we definitely love Taylor Swift, but there's also another queen in our lives, and that is Lorde.
Also known as Ella.
Uh-huh. What's her last name?
I'll look it up. I forgot.
I know, me too. I guess we're not big enough fans.
This was what was really interesting to me, though. First of all, I listened to Melodrama in its entirety the other night.
Oh, that's so amazing.
I don't know why. I promise I wasn't having a life crisis. I just did.
No, sometimes I listen to it even when I'm not having a life crisis.
Yeah.
Because it's that good.
It really is. It's Ella Ulick O'Connor. But this
okay. Yeah.
Interesting to me is when you look at, like, credits written on songs for writing versus production. When it's a written credit, she goes by Ella. But when it's a production credit, she goes by Lorde.
Yeah, that is really cool.
I don't know what that means, but I thought it was intriguing to point out. Maybe someone will tweet us the answer.
Yeah, tweet us your answer, guys.
Yeah, what are you?
Lorde stands, come for us.
The Lorde stands are dying off. They're in starvation mode until she releases a new album. But yeah, love Melodrama.
I heard that tweet. Okay, that tweet sent me whenever there was one, and it was whenever Taylor released her trailer for...
Yes, and there was one tiny clip of the side of Lorde's head.
And all the Lorde accounts were like, Lorde appeared in Miss Americana, the documentary. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
Really?
Says, the Lorde stands are starving.
I know. Oh, it's so funny.
But Melodrama came out in 2017. It's been a hot minute.
It has, but I mean, I guess when you think about it, like, a lot of artists do kind of come out with music not every 2 years, like Taylor or
she was contractually
Ariana
bound.
or Ariana comes out with music every day. It seems like
that one
no shade.
Period where there were like 2 albums.
Yeah, I was like, I can't handle this all at once.
I was like, what do I do?
Yeah, it was a lot. Okay, but let's talk about it. Let's talk about her and how great this album is.
It's fantastic. It feels like being 19.
It does. I'm trying to think back to the first time I ever listened to it.
I know the first time I ever listened to it.
Okay, tell me your story.
The first time that I listened to it, I don't know the first time I listened to it in its entirety, but the first song that I heard off of it was Rider in the Dark, and I was like, art.
Mm-hmm.
It was so good. It really spoke to me.
Yeah, that one is good. And you have a shirt of that?
I do. It's like a pink shirt and then written in like white, kind of like the hippie letter, 70s font. It says Rider in the Dark. I love it.
Yeah, it is good. I think, and people are gonna hate me for this. I guess not people, you or any other Lorde fans.
No.
But the first time, because in high school, I remember listening to her songs, like the popular ones, right? Like Royals. What is another one that was really popular?
Tennis Court.
Yeah, Royal. And there was another one on her first album.
I mean,
it was like
Ribs is like a cult classic, but it wasn't really.
But it wasn't like radio.
Oh, Team.
Yes. So those two, and that kind of got me into it. I was like, this is new. Like, this is a new sound. And so I listened to her album every once in a while, just the first one. And then when her second album came out in 2017, right, we were
19.
Was I 19?
Yeah. It came out in the summer.
Oh, you're so right.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I remember...
Well, see, I know because I would listen to it on my commute.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I listened to Green Light. It was good. Then I listened to some of the other songs, and I don't think I liked it. But I think it's because I just didn't listen to the lyrics enough, or and that's how it is a lot of times. Upon first listen to things, I don't really like it because my brain isn't used to it yet.
Yeah.
You know,
that's a psychology thing.
Exactly.
Like you like things more the more you're around them.
Exactly. And so I listened to it again, and when I met you, and when I met one of our other friends, you guys were like, you have to listen to this, and so I gave it another shot, and I fell in love. It's
like the whole album tells a story altogether.
It does.
It's really nice. Sometimes though I do just like listen to random songs on it, just when I'm feeling like it. I love Hard Feelings and Loveless.
Oh, that's
really
so good. I have the lyrics pulled up to Melodrama, Sober 2, Melodrama. I love just the part where they'll talk about us all lovers, how we kissed and we killed each other, and how it's like a almost parallel to Romeo and Juliet.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Oh, you didn't?
No,
I thought you were the one that told me this.
No, that wasn't me. I just think that line's kind of funny because I think like everyone that's our age, like every single relationship is so dramatic. All the time.
And that's why I loved it, because it was such a huge parallel to Romeo and Juliet being such a huge melodrama.
They're so annoying.
Exactly, and I low-key hate Romeo and Juliet, and so whenever this song came out, I was like, oh, she's definitely like hating on this.
Yeah. Oh, but Supercut also.
Let me pull up the lyrics to that and try to find my favorite ones.
I like the bridge.
Oh yeah.
And then when she screams, I love that.
Guys, if you haven't listened to this album, please do. It deserved a Grammy. It really did. And I don't think I'll ever forget that she lost Album of the Year.
Well, see, this is what was funny, is Melodrama made it on a lot of those lists of, like, the best albums of the decade, but 24 Karat didn't.
24 Karat?
Yeah, that's Bruno Mars' album that won Album of the Year.
I thought
that Lorde lost.
I thought it was Beck that won over her. Was it really Bruno Mars over her?
Yeah, it was Bruno Mars 24 Karat.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh no. This whole time I thought it was Beck. Why did I think that? I think he won over Taylor Swift.
Yeah. Did he beat her out over Red?
I don't remember.
I think it was Red.
Or was it Reputation?
No, I don't think that was
Who won over Reputation?
I don't know.
Was she? No, maybe she wasn't even nominated. Guys, okay, let me just say.
She wasn't nominated for
I don't think she was either. Trash. Just as I thought. Trash. Okay.
Okay, the lyrics of Supercut.
So you want the bridge?
Yeah.
Okay, and that's not how they break it up for some reason.
It's the one where it's like, when you call, I'll forgive and not fight, because all are the moments I play in the dark, wild and fluorescent, come home to my heart.
Oh, that's good. Mm-hmm. Yes, that. Mm-hmm. The whole thing.
That.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I don't know. And then she like goes, "Come home to my heart." Ah!
Yeah.
And she like makes that.
Ooh, that's good. Okay, also, okay. The Louvre? No. Perfect Places. This one is so okay. I think Perfect Places has a bad rep because people are like taking it and it's like almost a basic song, but it's not. I hate how it got like overplayed. I think it's
Perfect Places is really good.
It is like okay. Let me talk. And it's so interesting that when it came out, we were 19, and
I know.
And in the first line, it says, "It's just another graceless night. I hate the headlines and the weather. I'm 19 and I'm on fire. But when we're dancing, I'm all right."
Yeah, it's so good.
It's so good.
I have chill bumps. I had little tiny chills. Yeah.
And then this part where it says, "'Cause we're young and we're ashamed, send us to perfect places. All our heroes fading. Now I can't stand to be alone. Let's go to perfect places." I think that line, "Now I can't stand to be alone," is so good. I think it sums up our generation totally, right?
I think Perfect Places is it's like a college our generation song.
It is. I don't think anyone can stand to be alone anymore. We're gonna take a deep turn, but I really just everyone's always on their phones. Everyone's always in constant contact with each other. No one ever actually takes time to just sit and think about themselves and what they want to do. And I see it whenever I teach. I see these kids literally not be able to focus on anything and just be so obsessed with their phones, and they always want to have them out and they won't listen to anything I say. And now I'm just going to go on a rant about my teaching experience, but it's just like I know every generation always kind of looks down at the people younger than them, and they're like, "We weren't like that, blah blah blah." Like, so I don't want to be that person, but I'm also like, this is kind of crazy. Because even if we were like that, that's still not good, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's still bad, even if our generation was like this. But that's not a topic for another day.
Can I read you my favorite part of Hard Feelings?
Ooh,
I know,
yes.
I know that it probably...
These songs are so good. Oh my gosh.
The thing is that I probably... it should be the one where it's like, I love myself the way I used to love you, but this is actually my favorite part.
Okay, that one is good. You're right.
This one just tops it though. She says, 3 years, loved you every single day, made me weak, it was real for me. Real for me. Now I'll fake it every single day till I don't have fantasy, till I feel you leave. But I still remember everything, how we drift buying groceries, how you dance for me, and I'll start letting go of little things till I'm so far away from you.
That last line, because isn't that the end before it moves into yeah.
What is this tape? This is my favorite tape.
Yeah, that line where it's like, "I'll start letting go of little things till I'm so far away from you" is so that's I'm like literally getting chills. Everyone is listening to this. Either they left already, they're like, "We're done." Once they start talking about music, we just leave.
Or
which
they're
is fine.
transcending as well.
Or they're transcending as well. Yes, so guys, please listen to this. I can't even tell you. This album is the best. It is probably one of my favorite albums ever. I will even say more than Taylor Swift, just because this might be the most cohesive album where I never skip a song on this album. You can't. It's every single song is good. There's not a trash song. Like, no offense, Taylor, but your song "Stay" might be the worst song I've ever heard in my life. Or Starlight.
I don't mind those that much.
Oh my gosh, get out of here.
One thing that I do think is really interesting is I love looking at like producer credits, and guess who produced some of the songs on Melodrama?
Who?
Joel Little. Such as Super
He helped produce stuff on this newest album, Lover, right?
And on Red.
Yeah.
And Taylor's previous albums as well. So I just think that's interesting that he's, going around producing a lot of the music that I enjoy. Also shows how versatile of a producer he is to be able to produce things off of Red and then come over and produce stuff here. I just want to also end on a good note. Is Red also deserved a Grammy. So the two albums I'll never forget, they probably won something, right? But I mean album of the year. When I say Grammy, I mean album of the year. But Red deserved album of the year, and especially considering all the lists that came out at the end of this past year
talking about best albums of the decade, Red was at the top. Like, on a couple. And it is that good of an album. Again, the 2 songs on there, Stay, Stay, and Starlight, probably could have been trashed. So that's why
I like Stay, Stay, Stay. I think it's cute.
Oh my. Okay, well, all the Stay, Stay, Stay fans out there, you can talk to Summer, but not me.
She did not win anything for melodrama.
Nothing. See,
nothing.
Trash. I don't get it. It's like, does no one have taste anymore? But again, I don't know if any of you guys are following the news about the Grammys, but, you know, that ex-president or whatever, was she a president? I don't know what it was. Ex-something that was a big name in the Grammys came out and was like, yeah, this is all rigged. And I'm like, that's what I thought. So
I just looked it up. Red was nominated for Country Album and Album of the Year, and it did not win either.
Oh my God, are you kidding me?
Did not win either, just a single nominee.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
What's not clicking?
I don't get it. I'll never forget that. I will die, and I
How
will
can you
still
have lyrics
that.
like that
Exactly.
in an album? And I can't. You go from the Lou and those lyrics basically talking about how, like, wild and, like, mythical and magical, like, the beginning of a relationship is, and how you're just, like, completely obsessed with somebody, and it, like, makes no logical sense at all. And, like, so much so they're like, we need to hang us in the Lou. To Hard Feelings and Loveless and those lyrics, how do you...
I know.
How? What did 24 Karat bring to the table?
Nothing. No one even remembers that.
Besides
no one listens
Versace
to that.
on the floor.
It's all not good. Ugh.
Okay, Versace on the floor is kind of good.
Okay, yeah, but one song?
Not in comparison.
I know. I'm like, what's happening here?
I can't believe that.
How do you
Bruno
also
Mars today?
Exactly. Not here. But I will say, also, All Too Well, how do you go from lyrics like, time won't fly, it's like I'm paralyzed by it, I like to be my old self again, but I'm still trying to find it. How do you go from lyrics like that to being, who won? What year was that? 2013 Grammys? Or 2012? Or 2014?
I think it's the 2014. No.
2013.
It would have to have been 2013 because the album came out in 2012.
Yeah, but it came out in November.
Did it make the Grammy sale? It was the 2014. You were right.
Oh no. Who won? Because I'm going to lose it. Was this one Beck?
I think this one was Beck.
Oh no. Get out of here, Beck.
It was Morning Face by Beck.
Where's he now? Non-existent, I'll tell you that.
He is actually, he's been around a long time.
Okay, sorry, Beck. Still triggered. Honestly, we probably need to wrap this up. We kind of went over time.
Okay, well, I was really passionate, so.
Me too. We're about at that 30-minute mark. So,
right.
If you guys are still listening, thanks for listening to that.
Yeah. Also, like, seriously, tweet us.
Do we have any tweets from anyone else? Has anyone mentioned us?
Let me check.
Probably not.
Probably not, but I think it would be really fun if someone did.
We need to start tweeting at people and maybe get into that Twitter sphere. We need more followers. Follow us.
That's true.
Like, comment, subscribe, follow. I think I already said that. Do all the things that you can do.
Yeah. Just to remind everybody, our Twitter handle is at Tell Me More PODC1.
Pod? Why can't we have podcast?
It was too long.
Really?
Yeah.
They put a max on Twitter handle names? Okay, we are getting off topic. It's okay, thank you, Summer.
But please tweet us. Tell us your thought about the Grammys, Auto-Tune, and Melodrama.
Well, thank you for listening to another episode of Tell Me More, the podcast. I have been Kate. Okay, hold on. So I listen to the Views podcast, and every time David Dobrik signs off with, I have been Jeff. My name has been Jeff. So I'm going to say, my name has been Kate. And you can say, and I'm Summer.
I'm Summer.
And we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.